what are the key components to a 21st century green city? Yeah, it's about improving the connections between the land, the air, the water, and the energy that we as human beings use when we live together in community. So it's about strengthening the bonds not only between us as neighbors in the here and now, but also our responsibility to neighbors who will come after us. And the way we do that, especially on a planet that's becoming increasingly more crowded, we're the first generation of human beings that's ever seen the size of our population double in our own lifetimes. So we need to do a much better job of conserving, reducing the amount of land, the amount of energy, the amount of air, the amount of water that we use in our lives and over our lifespans. And that's what St. Charles is all about. It's about reducing energy consumption. It's about reducing stormwater runoff. It's about maximizing the use of recyclables. And it's about designing a built environment that is in much tighter and more sustainable connection to the natural environment. Well, it means that we'll be able to create a healthier, cleaner, more secure future for our children. And it also means, if we are leaders in this movement, that we will also create more and better jobs for this generation of Marylanders as well as the next one. Yes, this project will immediately create almost 1,000 jobs and could create 20,000 jobs thereafter. But I think you also have to look at this as a model, as sort of a leading example of where the future is headed in our state. Over the last 30 years, we've seen our population increase by 30%, but the amount of land that we've consumed has increased by 100%. Well, there's only so much land. We cannot continue to grow in the way we have been growing and also have a safe, clean, healthy future for ourselves and our kids. And that's particularly true in our state, where our land is so very close to the waters of the Chesapeake Bay and the Mattawoman and all of the other tributaries. So what this really ushers in is a new era of leadership and skills, that is clean technology, green technology, leadership in security, that is resource security, the land, the air, the water, and also leadership in terms of sustainability, how we connect all of those things into a healthier, built environment that allows us to preserve our natural environment.
The state obviously has a stake in this project, but given the current budget issues, what can the state do to promote and or actually invest in this in the short term to get really moving?
Well, there's part of what we're trying to do is to elevate those projects and to bring more attention to the projects like St. Charles. That's one important thing our state can do. It's one thing to have a motto, a battle cry of smart, green, and growing. It's another to be able to point to concrete examples like this one. There are things that we can do with regard to our renewable portfolio standard that makes the solar installation make not only good sense, but also make dollars and cents in the here and now, so that that capital investment can actually be sustained and repaid. There are things that we are doing with regard to stormwater management and those sorts of permits that actually make projects like this a necessity in the future, and make projects that make these investments up front have a much higher rate of return for their investors than a project that has to be retrofitted. So, it's not all about the capital dollars and investment. However, one of the things we really hope to be able to do as a state is to make a light rail connection or some sort of mass transit connection to Southern Maryland that is missing right now. Right now it almost all rolls on the roads, and we need to find a rail connection or bus rapid transit or some better mass transit connection between the population center of St. Charles and Waldorf and the Metro Center of Washington, D.C.
How plausible is that given all the other massive projects that the state is undertaking?
Well, it's all plausible. The question is, how timely is it? And that's a product of how quickly this recovery happens, and also how successful we are in working in cooperation with our federal partners and a new administration that actually believes in rebuilding America's infrastructure. So I think it's not only plausible, yet necessary, and it is going to happen. The question is how quickly we can speed its advent and its arrival.